amazing. Your legend grows.
It's a good build. The flow of the game, okay, has a little bit to work in your favor. I admit that, okay? I admit that. The enemy team has to work in your favor. If they stay too far apart, every other bow would be better, honestly. But if they clamp together, and especially what I really like when you face stacks that think they have an easy game, and they really like try to snowball you, that's when that build starts to shine, because they get just more pissed, more brain dead, always try to overwhelm you with team force, and you're just like, no, have a jolt and a Trinity Ghoul Lightning Rod. It's fun, it's hilarious, I admit it. Yeah, let's talk about the subclass, and I'd like to do that once again in game, because that's just easier to see all that stuff. I don't know why it always does that. Yeah, Storm Trance is really huge in PvP this season. Just one little tip, don't use it as a roaming super per se. Wait behind corners and bait enemies around it, and like when you float above, and yeah, when you float above, and then try to use your activation damage, I forgot the name of that, and get some kills with that. The rest of the abilities. Healing Rift, I just like to have that in PvP. It just helps a lot with one-on-one and 1vx scenarios. Burst Glide, Chain Lightning. Storm Grenade, I use Storm Grenade or Pulse Grenade. Storm Grenade just because of the low cooldown and I think the high area of effect, because we want to get Jolt damage on Guardians with that one. Then we have Arc Soul, so cast your Rift, create an Arc Soul that fires the targets in front of you. Allies can pass through your Rift to get an Arc Soul. That's also nice for some team support. And while amplified, you get the supercharged Arc Soul. Then Lightning Surge. Lightning Surge is just too good in PvP to not use it, because when you slide in and activate it and blink in and jolt and melee, you just kill, as you've seen in the clip maybe. Also in the intro, I mean, it's a nice triple kill on the point, easy as that, just with Light Surge. Then the Fragments, Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. That's always nice, and the plus 10 strength are also great. We will talk about stats and the exotics and numbers a bit deeper into that video, so stay with me when we talk about that detail. By the way, let me guess, what exotic would you run with that build? Let me know down in the comments and in chat. Okay. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. That's also nice. Faster abilities are always great. Then taking damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. I have that because of the plus 10 resilience, but it's also hilarious when a Titan slaps you in the face and you slap back like a boss. Your Arc Grenade jolts targets. Minus 10 discipline. So the jolt, as I said, it's about jolt, jolt, jolt. So that's that. If that's it, let's head over to the cheat sheet. And wrap it up, okay? Read about subclass, abilities, aspects, fragments, just what I showed you in game, so keep that in mind. And now let's talk about gear. Let's talk about the exotic, and we're gonna use Eye of Another World. Passively grants 15 airborne effectiveness. That's yeah, it's nice to have. It's not too awesome, but nice to have. 50% additional base grenade melee class regeneration rate. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? I got some numbers for you because Dirty tested it with that build, and you will see the stats later in that video, so you compare it. Without Eye of Another World, the healing rift was 39 seconds. With it was also 39 seconds. You might have guessed it. That's because we run 100 recovery. Chain Lightning was 50 seconds without Eye of Another World. With Eye of Another World, it was 39, so that's pretty huge. Storm Grenade was 115, and with Eye it was 48. And there's something I want to add to that. Those numbers, okay? Those numbers have been measured without any of the aspects or fragments in effect, okay? So you can get your healing rift even faster when you have allies around. You can get your abilities even faster when you are like critically wounded, for example. So these are really good numbers, especially when you see the stats at the end of the video. Then you know how cheap this build is. It's a budget build. Let's talk about the weapons. No, let's talk about the stats. Because that's what I talked about. So 60 resilience. 60 resilience is what you want to have for resilience, actually. That's the sweet spot. 100 recovery, okay? 100 recovery. And let's talk about those numbers and my stats. I will just show you what I run in-game. Because it's really cheap. So I have 104 recovery and 61 resilience. And I have 50 discipline and 70 strength. Yes, that's pretty much. But 50 discipline. That's easy to get, okay? That's really easy to get. And with that build and only 50 discipline, you still get a grenade in 48 seconds, ladies and gents. In 40, that's pretty quick, okay? So with the stats and those Eye of Another World times shown to you, let's talk about the weapons. I'd recommend Ramhild D shotgun, if it's that name, and use the crafted one. I use the crafted one with elemental capacitor. That's huge on Arc, okay? With Arc, I think you look at handling of 80. That's really a great role for that. We won't use it that often, but when we use it, it's awesome. With elemental capacitor. Then Trinity Ghoul, yeah, the bow, that's all about Lightning Rod with Catalyst. That's what it does. Precision kills. Or with the Catalyst, arc final blows grant the next shot chain lightning capability, so the Lightning Rod. And that can be triggered with your melee and your grenade and with bow kills itself. So if you get Lightning Rod and get again a kill, then you have Lightning Rod active again. That is just beautiful. So that are the weapons. Heavy, whatever you want. You can use a linear fusion rifle. I like to use heavy rocket. I use rocket launchers. I just fire the rocket and forget it. I mean, they are like kind of super shitty in PvP lately, but yeah, I just take the heavy and I'm glad when the rocket is away. So with the weapons down, let's talk about the mods, and that will be the last part of the Arc JOLT build. So for the head, we have bow targeting. Use that. It's super helpful for bows. Then I have Radiant Light for the plus 10 for the plus 20 strength. And then I have Grenade Kickstart, High Energy Fire, Supercharged, and Quick Charge plus Ever Ready, because as I said in other videos in the past, it's a super fast ready speed for your shotgun, especially if you pair that with a Ramhild with Elemental Capacitor on Arc. It's pure beauty. It's pure beauty. And Outreach, because why not? And then we activate Quick Charge. We activated Quick Charge Ever Ready anyway with Radiant Light, because with that we also activated Radiant Light. That's beautiful. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Arc JOLT PvP build. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And I think it's time for some PvP. I hope to see you next time here. Have some more builds here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little piece of content, and if you want to see more Destiny 2 stuff, especially builds, check the playlist to my left. And if you are more interested in what YouTube algorithm has in petto for you, then check the one below that playlist. If you like my stuff, please leave a like and help Mom's Basement grow. See you next time. DirtyHotte out.